lower half is early and your upper half is late. So then it becomes the question of, well, then what do we need to do to optimize the timing of the two? I think we need to spend time with both parts. I think we need to find a way to kind of buy some more time for your upper half within your lower half mechanics. Meaning, like, can we get you, not so much like forcing your stride length, but can we get you to travel through space a little bit longer to buy time for your upper half to be put into that position we talked about earlier with that powerfulness, right? And then the opposite side of that is your upper half being late, right? So then we can focus on kind of simplifying your arm action to the point where maybe you can be put into a more leveraged, powerful position with your upper half as you anchor down to the ground. So again, I know that's super easy to kind of just sit there and like say all that, right? But let's kind of show you this visual example with Robbie Ray. Hopefully this can kind of make sense into what I'm referring to. So open side, similar camera angle here. Let's just talk about some of these things that I see with Robbie Ray that we're kind of referring to within your mechanics. Okay, so coming down from peak leg lift, hand separation, loading of the drive leg. Okay, so when we talk about loading of the drive leg, we want to be able to absorb this force and essentially store and absorb or store energy within our drive leg. Like this is that posture that you see with Robbie Ray. And then we want to transfer that within our hip rotation to then have that available when we block with the lead leg. So this is kind of the disconnect that I see within your mechanics here is watch how much space Robbie Ray covers just by kind of, I'm going to use the phrase like holding his drive leg, right? Or riding his back leg or whatever you want to refer to it as. And that's only done by having the required amount of movement capacity, right? We talked about that earlier within that could be an issue for why you're seeing an early anchor point with you. So you're riding, so your drive leg is your gas pedal. You're driving within your gas pedal. Your lead leg is essentially kind of a byproduct to go through space until your drive leg then starts to transfer this energy. And now this timing mechanism, I know I talk about timing a lot, but as soon as the drive leg or as soon as the rotation is now initiated, right? We talked about that with you. The hand then comes up and elbow goes into retraction. And now this all happens kind of in this one simultaneous move that I know is easy to talk about, but another thing to do. So you have the initiation of rotation, you have the elbow getting into retraction, and then you have the lead leg and the lead foot anchoring down. So this, right? So see that back foot, how it got into that rotation right here in 3-4 frames. Whereas like with yours, it just started its rotation, right? And it's not fully, like it's not getting into that posture within your hip rotation mechanics to then be powerful. So then he's in this segmentation position here where we create stretch, we create hip shoulder separation, and then we just pull the arm through, right? So the arm gets pulled through, and this is where I talk a lot about like leveraging the arm, right? So you just position the arm in such a way that then can be leveraged as soon as your trunk starts to then rotate and then get pulled through. So then you see the lead leg block, you have the late launch, you have the shoulder extension, the trail leg extension. And then with you is early anchor point. All right, so your body's kind of going forward and your arms just kind of dragging behind. Your hips aren't really quite into that rotation posture. So then what I saw in this back view is there's also this dynamic of like you're not clearing your hips. So you anchor down, that front foot's a little closed. So then when you start to then pull through, you're taking on force like east to west. That knee's going to bow out and you're not really getting a whole lot of energy sent, up the kinetic chain. So then your lead leg, you stay in kind of knee flexion. And then your early launch, your chest behind the lead knee, shoulders kind of in line with each other. Whereas like we saw with Robbie Ray, we want extension at ball release. So all of these things at the end are to me just byproducts of like what we saw here within your drive leg, your holding of the drive leg, your timing of rotation, the movement capacity that allows you to stride out, that buys your arm time to flip up, right? So like I said, I know you really want to hammer home as far as like, how do we go about this? And I said it before, I think it's a combination of a couple different layers of development, whereas like first and foremost, we target your all right, dudes, Robbie Rowe here. Thank you for watching that video. If you're interested in booking your own mechanical analysis, you can click that link right there. Also tell you a little bit about the service and what it entails. Hit that link right there, subscribe, please. You can also check out that video right there, which is related to the video that you just watched if you want to get some more context on that. All right, guys, much love. God bless. Till next time. See ya.
Strike three, you're out!